Well, looking at the long-term picture, I knew graduating college that my classmates that went out and got a job, they would make more money than me those first few years. But I was looking 10 years down the road, 20 years down the road, 30 years down the road. I believe that entrepreneurship was the path that would lead me to financial freedom, that would allow me to retire. You know, most people retire at 60 or 65. Well, I wanted to retire, at 40, at 30. And entrepreneurship was the only avenue that I saw that could be a possibility. And I think this is a great example of, if you have an idea, take action. Start now and take action. You never know where it's going to go. As I said, I was a huge sports fan. I had played sports, and I was always wearing authentic sports apparel. So I said, you know what? I had no business experience whatsoever. I said, I'm going to start selling sports jerseys. And I had no contacts, no business experience, and I came up with a novel idea to go search on eBay to find good deals for jerseys, because I knew what they were worth. And I buy them on eBay, and then I went and I resold them on eBay, right? And then not really too extraordinary of an idea, but the point is, it got me started, and I actually made some money doing that. And then I did it again. I made another order, and once I started getting steady repeat business, what I ended up doing was I opened up my own website where I sold the jerseys from, and just one thing led to another. I never expected it to turn into the full large-scale business that it did. But as they say, timing is everything. And again, taking action is this theme. And what happened was, this is when sports apparel got really big in the hip hop community with the throwback jerseys by Mitchell and S. These jerseys were selling for $300 to $400 a pop, and you couldn't turn on MTV or BET to watch the latest hip hop video without seeing the newest jersey. So I was fortunate. I got in right before that went crazy. I had no idea that was going to happen, but I took action is the point. And as a result, what I would do is I would place an order of jerseys on my credit card for a few $1,000s. And before that credit card bill became due, I had already sold all of those jerseys. So I was easily able to pay off the credit card. And then, of course, had some nice profit as well. And that's how I got my start. I did not get paid. I gave my time to help them in their business and help them make money. But what I got was experience, right? Because it's one thing to read how to invest. It's one thing to go to seminars and listen to people do it. But how do you take that knowledge and transition that to experience and action? And that was one of the fantastic opportunities that I got while working with these investors. Was I got to physically, tangibly experience how do you invest? What are the, in the trenches, the steps that you have to do? And I was able to do it not using my own money, even though I wasn't getting paid, right? So I was just giving my time. But because of that experience working with those investors, when I was at the end of that year that I took off, I sold both of my sports apparel companies. I had finished working with the investors that I was working with, and I now knew exactly where I was going to invest. I knew how I was going to invest. I knew where I was going to get my money, because I didn't have any money. And that was all because of that experience working with the investors. Well, I think the first thing, and you mentioned this earlier, is allow yourself to dream. Like, no kidding, if you could be, do, and have anything, what would that look like? Like, no limits, right? Don't look at your resources, your circumstances, but if you could really be, do, and have anything, what would that look like? Actually create that. And then once you actually create that, the second part is you've got to believe that you can do that, and then go out and find the resources, find the people, find what you need within you to actually cause that and make that happen. And no, it's not an easy quick path, but I can tell you it is without a doubt the most fulfilling path, the most fulfilling journey that you'll ever be on. And you never arrive anywhere. That journey is always continuing, which I think is part of the excitement, because there's always a new challenge every day. Sure. Well, you want to do your due diligence. So first of all, if there's someone that you want to meet or kind of get in touch with, find out what their interests are. So that could be a way to start a conversation with them. Learn what their interests are. So then if maybe you meet them at a networking event or a function and they like tennis, you can start talking about, the latest tennis match or whatever the case may be, so that you can start to build rapport with that person. And essentially what you want to do is you want to figure out ways that you can deliver value to that person. So again, when I go back to my first mentor, how I was able to deliver value was I gave my time for free, right? So I gave him something, and in return, I got a whole wealth of experience and really my kickstart to investing in real estate. With my first mentor, before I first spoke to him, I was kind of shaking in my boots before I had that conversation. So yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a natural thing to be nervous to, ask someone, especially someone you admire, someone that has had success and, that has wealth and whatnot. It can be a scary thing initially to have that conversation. But again, that's one of the keys of attributes or characteristics of being an entrepreneur is courage. Courage doesn't mean that you don't have fear. All courage means is you take action while you have the fear. While your knees are shaking, you're still taking action. The one big idea is just, again, you really can be, do, and have whatever it is that you want to do. But you got to take the time to think about that, to create that for yourself, and then take action. Take action, even if you don't have to have it all figured out. But the biggest thing is take action and take action now. As I said before, I believe college is the best time to start a business. So if you have a business idea right now, we're going to be done here in the next few minutes. As soon as we're done, take action on that. Send an email to someone, make a phone call, whatever the case may be, but take action now.